Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today is one of those days where I didn't want to leave the house, to be quite frank. I had a look at the weather forecast for today, and for this part of Shire, which is technically up near Aberfoyle, the weather is fantastic just now. It's very cold, but it's lovely. So this is a wee B-road that I found which takes you through one of my absolute favourite parts of the Trossachs, and you kind of hit like Loch Ard, Loch Ard, Loch Ard, and it takes you through a place called Loch Ard as well, which is absolutely beautiful. It's very busy with traffic. It's a Saturday afternoon, so I'm not surprised, and the weather's lovely. I'm pretty sure that all those cars are going down to Loch Ard for that classic sunset shot, because it's going to be a belter I think tonight. But I'm spending the afternoon here anyway, and I've stopped at the side of the road here, this little sort of glades behind me. This is so confusing that way. So there's a wee river just there, which you can just about see, and it's sort of curving round through this absolutely beautiful glade, which about 10 minutes ago was being lit up by the sun, and it was just gorgeous, and it was all backlit, and I got some selfies and I got some beautiful woodland pictures as well, and I'm really happy with it. So I came down here to try and have a look and see if I could get some pictures, and I thought I would use this lens today to see what I could manage with 100mm. Very different shooting with this, because it's obviously quite tight in, so you're very restricted to what you can actually shoot. So for that purpose and that reason, I just shot highlighted parts of trees I thought looked really beautiful, and a lot of the trees were actually covered in moss, so the moss was actually being backlit by the sun, and it just looked absolutely fantastic. As you can see now, the sun has pretty much disappeared behind a cloud. I've had to brighten the exposure a little bit to try and compensate for that on the camera, and I was shooting at f8 125th of a second ISO 100 for all the photographs that you're about to see. I was focusing on where the light was hitting, is essentially what I was trying to do. I was looking for beautiful bits of moss on trees, I was looking for anything that had a sort of dreamy look about it. I had some of the birch trees are quite dead looking, but they still looked quite stunning with that light hitting them, so I photographed some of them as well. So I was pretty much just going shutter crazy here, and I'm going to take a drive down to Loch Ard. There's a tree down there that I remember shooting in the autumn time, and I'm hoping that it's with the sun hitting it from this side, it should hopefully be getting sort of illuminated, but I won't know until I'm down there, so I'm going to head down there just now. So welcome to Loch Ard. This is one of my absolute favourite parts of the Trossachs, and we have come probably just about the start of golden hour. It's absolutely gorgeous, so I'm really happy. So once again I'm going to bust out this bad boy, and we're going to try and shoot the yellow boathouse with Ben Lomond in the background, which you can't really see because my head's covering it. See if we can get a really beautiful golden hour shot. Fingers crossed it works. So this is lovely. This bit is probably quite echoey because I'm standing next to a sort of rock bench. I've sort of had to climb up off the road because, as you probably know, this road is really busy quite a lot of the time, so I've had to be sort of dodging cars quite a lot up here. Oh hi! There's a wee robin in there. I got a couple of shots down by the water. I was going to go for a really nice long exposure, and then the sun disappeared behind a cloud, which makes it very difficult. You end up with just a really sort of flat, sort of grey looking photograph, so it wasn't really worth it. But what I did get is I got some really nice light on the side of the boathouse, and I got some really nice light up on Ben Lomond with a little bit of snow on it, so it looks quite pretty. This lens is definitely challenging to use, I'm not going to lie. It's very challenging, mostly because obviously you can't change the focal length at all. It's a fixed 100mm lens, so it's beautiful for portraits and stuff. I'm finding it very challenging for landscapes, and the reason for that is because it's got a fixed focal length, and I can't change it. So I'm sort of stuck there. Yeah, and by the time I managed to actually get safely positioned on the road, lots of cars came by and made it very difficult to actually shoot with. So pretty much just decided to grab a couple of shots, stick them in the bag. I actually prefer the photographs I got from the forest scenes earlier, which were much better lit. I found it much easier to work in that sort of environment than I do in these sorts of environments. I feel like the photograph here is kind of handed to you on a plate. You've got the boathouse, you've got the trees, you've got Ben Lomond. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's not an awful lot of light, but there's a wee bit. It's enough to work with, but it's not spectacular looking. The forest scene I photographed up the road there was a little bit more, it was challenging still, but it was a wee bit more creative I think, because you're seeing things and your eyes are adjusting to where the light's falling, and you can actually follow the light rather than just going, oh there's a really cool bendy tree, let's photograph that. You're photographing where the light is actually hitting, and it looks really cool. Whereas this feels like a very set up scenario. Hi! love how they always slow down to see what I'm up to, like what's she up there for? Yeah, and whilst those scenes they do have some sort of value to some people, I feel like sometimes they're a bit touristy, so I've taken my touristy picture and I'm gonna go find something else now. So I decided to hang about and have a coffee in the van, which is just over there. Don't know if you can probably see behind me. No. See all that grey minging cloud up there? I'll just show you, hang on. All that grey cloud, a couple of wee patches of red over there, a couple of bits over there, a couple of bits over there. That was all like yellowy, orangey red 2 seconds ago and it looked amazing, so I just jumped out the van, abandoned my coffee, and which is not like me, and then snapped a few photographs of the classic tourist shot I said I wasn't going to get. So that's alright, it's not, I don't mind. The light is what it's all about, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. Well, that's the rest of the sunset done, I think now. So I'm going to just have a wee drive about. I was going to do some astrophotography, but I think it's going to be too cloudy now. Yeah, I've just realised I had watsits on my chin. Sorry. This camera doesn't know how to auto expose properly apparently. But the moon's out. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's been a really good afternoon. Yeah, I've got some photographs I didn't expect, which I'm quite happy about, and I got to experiment a little bit with that new lens, which it was really good fun. But I think for landscapes I'm definitely going to go for a 24 to 70mm, probably for spring, summertime, which is the one I'm probably going to settle on. Hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, and if you like this video then like and subscribe, and until next week I'll see you soon. Bye! Oh, you know me, I can't resist an impromptu photograph. So I was driving down here and I saw the most spectacular reflections. I'm going to go and try and grab this photo because there's it's like Blue Hour with a wee house all lit up, and it's exactly what I've been looking for ages. So here we go. Right, so this is arguably one of the most iconic spots of Loch Ard. This is where the wee boathouse is, and the wee pier and the wee jetty and all the sort of stuff that people come and photograph. Now I'm here, and I'm here all by myself for a very good reason. We're completely into Blue Hour now, as you can see. Everything's all blue apart from that amazing little house back there, and that's exactly what I've been sitting photographing. I've been trying different angles, I've been doing sort of clean cut reflection shots, and I've also been doing some shots with the pier in the foreground as well, or the jetty in the foreground, and I'm pretty happy with the final results. I'm not sure which photo I'm going to choose out of the ones I've taken, but whatever one's my favourite photograph, I'll post it here and let you have a look at it. Yeah, I think that's me done now. I need to go home and have my dinner because I'm starving. But I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, and I'm really done now, I promise.